Hi, Hiking Jim here, and welcome to another episode of Adventures in Stoving. And what you see in front of you is an MSR Whisperlite Universal, and that is the latest stove in the Whisperlite line from MSR. What I'm going to demonstrate right now, I don't know if you can see it right now, but the stove is going. I've got a kettle on in the background there. You should see a little steam every once in a while. What I'm going to demonstrate is the flip stop. And you can just turn the knob, here's the knob or the valve on the stove, and that'll turn it off, but what that does is that leaves a lot of fuel in your line. So let's adjust the camera angle just a little bit there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the bottle around the axis of the fuel line. Did you see what I just did? I just turned the bottle over, flipped it around the axis, and what that's going to do now is the intake tube for the fuel, instead of being in the bottom where it sucks up fuel, is now pointing at the roof of the canister where it's sucking up air. What that's going to do is that air pressure is going to drive the fuel down the line and out the burner. So then what that's going to do, and it'll take a minute because that's a pretty good looking long line there. That's a much longer line than the old Whisperlite. And that air is going to force the fuel out the fuel line, and it's going to clear the fuel line for you, so you won't have fuel line in there that's going to dry, or when you disconnect the stove is going to pour out on the ground. You're purging the line this way. And you're also depressurizing the bottle, at least partly. Typically when I've done this, it doesn't purge the bottle the whole way, but it does a good job of releasing the pressure so you don't have gasoline spraying all of your hands right before dinner. You just finished cooking, you release the pressure, and you got gasoline on your hands. So this will take the pressure out of the bottle, and it'll also purge the line for you. So now, I don't know if you can hear the change in pitch of the stove and of the tea kettle, but suddenly it's gotten quiet. And if you look, that is no longer on. I can still hear a hiss. There is definitely air still coming out of there. But if I put my hand over it, hear a little bit of air still coming out. It's still hot because that stove's been on, but I dare you to try that on a Whisperlite on full blast if it's still fired up. It is not. So I can put my hand over it, and my hand is approximately maybe 5 centimeters off the top of that burner. I can definitely feel the heat because it's been on, but it is not on, and I didn't touch that valve at all. So there you have it. That's how to do a flip stop on your MSR stove. This is an MSR Whisperlite Universal, and that's just a much better way of stopping it. What I'm going to do now is just going to turn the valve so that it's off, so that when I flip it back off, if there's any residual pressure, I won't put more fuel down the line and undo what I just did. And then I can flip it back over to normal, and I'm all set. Okay, there you have it. That's the flip stop.